What's up? They've got a really interesting puzzle for you that tests your chess creativity. And what's really funny about it is that sometimes beginner level players can solve it and grandmasters can't. Here's the position it is white to play and win. You're free to pause the video and try to solve it on your own, and if you can't do that, please write the solution down in the comments below. And if you can't do that, don't worry, it's a relatively difficult puzzle anyway, but we can figure it out together, and after that you can bully your chess friends by telling them that this is a one-move puzzle that they cannot solve. You can challenge them and afterwards tell them this. Alright, so what can we see here? First of all, we can see that white's queen is under an attack. And we can't move it away really, because if the queen moves anywhere, there is queen to g2 checkmate. So it looks like the queen is trapped. Let's move it back. If not, if you aren't moving your queen, then what are you going to do? Of course, it could be tempting to just play a rook to c8, because it looks like nearly a back rank checkmate, but that's not quite true, because notice black's queen is controlling this square and is simply capturing the rook in this formation. That's why that does not work for white either. If not, it looks like white is stuck, and really there is no way in its time to resign. Another interesting attempt for white would be to try to play rook to d1, trying to bait black into capturing the queen, and if black does that, there is indeed rook d8, and now this is truly a back rank checkmate. Black can sacrifice rook, but that's a checkmate on the next move anyway. But rook d1 does not solve a problem, because if I take this move back, the problem is rook d1 does not even create a threat of capturing the bishop, because this rook anyway has to guard the first rank. If not, if it goes away, there is rook e1 that is coming, and that would also be a checkmate. So black can play different moves, and theoretically black may even do nothing and, for example, create an escape square for their king, so there is no back rank checkmate problem anymore, and white is still left with all the same problems. The queen is attacked, can't move away because of queen g2 checkmate, and if the rook moves, there is rook e1 checkmate, but this time white suffers from this back rank checkmate. Once again, that didn't work. As you can see, it's not that simple. In fact, I challenged some of my friends who are title players, masters and grandmasters, and some of them could not solve it, because the solution is really simple in a way. It's just a one-move solution, but on the other hand, it's a paradoxical move that violates all the classical chess rules. The solution is the move pawn to g4. And again, this move certainly doesn't seem very obvious, and it looks weird at first. But what it does is that it interferes into black's queen guarding this key square c8, which enables white into play in rook c8 and deliver this back rank checkmate. So that's what this pawn on g4 does. And now black is stuck because, of course, black can capture white's queen with their bishop or queen. Either way, there's going to be a rook c8 checkmate. Since we blocked this diagonal, black can't capture anymore, and that's going to be a checkmate. Black may, of course, sacrifice the rook, but the checkmate is coming anyway. And if black somehow covers their king, then they're losing their queen on h3 on the next move. So black can defend against both threats simultaneously, and that's why white wins. I'm curious to know if you could find this solution. Again, don't be discouraged if you couldn't. It's a relatively difficult puzzle, but as I said earlier, sometimes what's really cool about this is that when I see grandmasters are trying to solve this and they can't, that's quite interesting, because that really tests your ability to think out of the box and to violate the chess rules. If you'd love to develop your calculation abilities, then I've got this free masterclass that teaches you just that. Also, subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on my future videos. Take care, talk soon.